I'm so happy the recession after World War I didn't last.
Yeah, I thought everything was going to go downhill and I wasn't going to get a job.
Yeah, but in 1922, business started to prosper and the economy boomed. Let's look back and see why.
During the 1920s, all levels of the government favored business, and were people who considered business the lifeblood of the United States of America.
All three presidents that served during the 1920s, like Harding, Coolidge, and Hoover, all favored businesses.
For these reasons, the government is one of the major factors of why business prospered so much during the 1920s. We have to do something to help businesses prosper after the recession we just went through in the U.S.
I agree. We could offer a tax cut to business corporations so they won't have to pay taxes, so they don't have to worry and can just grow as a business.
I think we should just not enforce the antitrust laws we passed in the Progressive era, like the Sherman Antitrust Act and the Clayton Act, that should also help businesses gain wealth, even though it's technically illegal for it, but we'll just not pay attention to that.
I think we should just incorporate both options to get the maximum prosperity.
With businesses prospering, it should help incomes for the workers and output of products. And if workers have more money, they will buy more things, which will help the economy grow.
Also, with the Federal Reserves, we should just lower the interest rates so they have more money, so the people have more money on them to buy more products from businesses.
I think we should just relax the regulation of banking for the people, which should help businesses prosper from consumers buying more products.
Yes, let's help the businesses of America, which in turn will help all of America.
Let's do it.
President Coolidge said, "I want the people of America to be able to work less for the government and more for themselves. I want them to have the rewards of their own industry. This is the chief meaning of freedom."
This quote shows how the government gave more freedom to businesses during the 1920s and how the government supported businesses, which is different than how it was during the Progressive era.
Oh wow! A catalog came! Wow, so many new inventions have been added to this magazine.
Yeah, and now that we have electricity, we can buy new appliances to use in our home.
Electricity makes our life so much easier and better. Did you guys know that 2/3 of all U.S. homes now have electricity in them?
Yeah, with electricity, we can complete tasks so much quicker with things like washing machines and a vacuum, and we can also have like new great forms of entertainment like the television and the radio.
Seeing all these inventions in this magazine really makes me want to buy everything.
Yeah, that's because businesses figured out how to make their advertising more appealing, and we think we need to buy everything to have a higher living status.
Wow, I noticed that the products looked more enticing the other day when I was at Woolworths. They make their products seem so nice that I was compelled to buy them.
And their prices are even lower than the other neighborhood stores. And they have so much more variety in their store.
What should we buy from this catalog?
There's so many new inventions to choose from, I don't know what to get.
We could get a radio, a fridge, a washing machine, electric razor, a vacuum, a TV, or even an instant camera.
Alright, let's buy a vacuum and a washing machine from the magazine.
Maybe we should go to the store to see what else we can get and check everything out.
Let's go to the store.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
We want to buy a television, a fridge, and a radio.
Do you want me to put that on your credit?
Credit?
Yeah.
Wait, what's a credit?
It's a new payment method.
How does credit work?
So it's when you only pay a part of your purchase up front, just a small amount, and then you get monthly expenses that you have to pay monthly for your purchases.
Wait, that makes it so much easier now for purchases. Even if I don't have enough money, I can still get those products.
Oh, that's such a smart idea. We can just put all of our purchases on credit.
Yeah, but just make sure it doesn't get ahead of you so you don't go into debt.
Okay. But at least we'll be able to get all of our products and we can pay it off over time. But
Yeah.
we can still get it.
Yeah, pretty much. So do you have anything you want me to check out for you right now?
The TV,
The washing machine.
the washing machine,
The
and the
vacuum.
Beep.
All right.
This cartoon shows America and their new status that came from the idea of consumerism and credit. They now had a materialistic mindset and believed the newer inventions and the nicer the stuff someone had, the higher their standard of living was.
Uncle Sam is receiving a warning from the ancient Rome because the more stuff you want can lead to debt, which in America's case helped cause the Great Depression.
I don't know how I managed to live without a car.
Same. Now it's so easy to go shopping and get to work. We can even travel for fun if we want.
Cars even affect other industries like glass, steel, rubber, gas, and highway construction because they now depend on cars to transport their products.
In 1913, only 1.2 million Americans had cars. Now, only 16 years later, 26.5 million people own cars.
Back then, I was riding in a horse-drawn carriage because cars were too expensive. Now they are so much more affordable.
Cars are kind of scary though because now accidents and deaths on the roads happen so frequently, and also traffic jams are just annoying. How did cars even get produced so quickly though?
Let's find out!
It's almost been the 7th hour of our shift at the factory.
How many cars do you guys think we've made?
Definitely a lot. This method is so much faster.
I agree.
Do you remember the old days when it would take us forever to finish building one car?
Ah, the old days.
Let's look back.
But now, since more research has been done, we have better methods for mass production.
Yeah, back in 1914 when Henry Ford perfected manufacturing cars by using an assembly line.
He made it so that we could stay in the same place and do one simple job, and then it goes to another worker so they can do their simple job until the product is finished.
And now, we don't have to run around the factory and waste time, so we are definitely more productive.
President Coolidge said, "The chief business of the American people is business. The man who builds a factory builds a temple. The man who works there worships there."
This quote shows a change in thought on business in the country. It shows how the government was pro-business prosperity. This is a new changing attitude because during the Progressive Era, the government put restrictions on the businesses. But during this pro-business times, those restrictions were ignored, showing the new changing attitude on business.
I like it.
The 1920s was definitely a consumer society.
Electricity allowed more people to be able to use new home appliances. Electricity and oil were huge contributors to the economical growth.
New inventions led to an easier lifestyle and even added more entertainment in people's everyday lives.
The radio and magazines also advertised these new inventions and many other things that compelled people to buy these products.
Credit was also introduced during this time and made it easier for consumers to purchase products quickly and just pay it off at the end of the month.
People had to be careful with credit though because customers didn't have to pay all of the cash up front and sometimes wouldn't be able to pay their bill at the end of the month. So credit seemed like a really good idea, but without customers not knowing how to fully use it, they often went into debt.
To help businesses thrive, the government wouldn't push laws that affected the growth of businesses like antitrust laws that were made back in the Progressive Era.
Also, during this time, more research was done to create a more productive method for mass production. One idea was an assembly line, which was the idea of one worker only completing one simple task compared to one person completing all the tasks in order to produce a product.
Mass production was one of the reasons why the business boomed so much.
Henry Ford used the assembly line to quickly produce millions of cars.
For reasons like new advertising, consumerism, and the new use of credit, and a glorification of business by government and different parts of society, the economy boomed a lot.